What is the difference between a tuple and list in Python? In Python, both tuple and list are used to store collection of items, but they have some key differences in terms of their syntax, mutability, and usage. First, syntax. A tuple is defined using parentheses, while a list is defined using square bracket. For example, my tuple is equal to 1 to 3 will create a tuple. My tuple is equal to in opening and closing square bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 will create a list. Second, mutability. Tuples are immutable, which means that once a tuple is created, its content cannot be modified. In contrast, lists are mutable, which means that you can add, remove, or modify elements within a list. For example, my tuple in square bracket index position 0, if you put the element 4, this will raise a type error, and the error is tuple object does not support item assignment, whereas if for my list at index position 0, if you assign the element 4, will modify the first element of the my list with 4. Click on the cell, run the cell, press escape A, and if you print my list, you can see the first element was modified by 4. Third, usage. Tuples are typically used to store related piece of data that should not be modified, such as a point in a 2D space or a person name and age. Lists, on other hand, are used to store collection of data that may need to be modified, such as a list of users or a list of tasks to be completed. In addition to these differences, there are some performance differences between tuples and lists. Tuples are generally faster and consume less memory than lists, but the difference is usually only noticeable for very large collection of data. Overall, the choice between using a tuple or a list depend on the specific requirements of the code. If the data should be immutable, use a tuple. If it is need to be immutable, use a list.